Hello everyone, welcome to UI UX design course. In the last video, we created a survey and later I shared it with many people. I did not use any paid service for that. I just joined groups and shared it with some persons personally, also to the groups that I have already joined on WhatsApp, on Facebook, and also shared to some relevant contacts that I know. Now in this video and after all of the coming videos, we will analyze all the research that we have done and create some visuals based upon that. So in this video particularly, we are going to analyze those surveys that we took in our previous video. So let's get started. Here is a survey that I created in my last video, and as I said that my goal was to get about 150 responses, but unfortunately I got only 85 responses. This is because I did not use any paid service. I just used the free methods available, and it was not really a client requirement that I should gather a lot of responses. It was just to show you that how all the process works. My basic purpose is to show you the methodology, that how the research is done and how we analyze all of this. Once you're aware of the procedure, you can do this by your own. Okay, so let's see the responses that what we have got. I will click on that responses, and once again this survey was conducted on Microsoft Forms Office. Okay, and this is we have received 85 responses, and average time to submit one single survey is 1 minute and 56, and it is still active. Like, I have not closed it yet, it is still active. People can submit it still if they found the link. All right, this is our first question. This was our first question, where I asked that have you ever felt to need to share photos without sharing your personal accounts like Instagram, WhatsApp, and 72% people said yes. It means that it is our first success to design and develop our app that can motivate me and my client to further proceed in our app. In the next question, would you be willing to pay for a service? And here is 50-50. Few people say that no, they will not pay. Some said yes and some said maybe. So it is kind of a mid situation. Have you ever used a photo sharing app before? Now this was a question that was not correct. Have you ever used a photo sharing app before? Here I think they got confused. Like, here what I mean by photo sharing app. Do I mean the photo sharing app like I am designing, or photo sharing app like Facebook, Instagram, or other apps like they have also option to share photos? So some users might also think that the question is relevant to those apps, but this was a question that should be elaborated more, but it was my mistake. And have you ever encountered any difficulty while using these apps? Now these two questions are relevant to each other and there is still confusion. But here is a one thing that I can clearly see. And here 50 people have said that they have used these kind of apps. And here I asked that have you encountered any difficulties? Here you see 31 people said yes and 20 people said maybe. So if I sum of these 31 and 20, it is 51. So here my assumption is that these 50 people or these 51 people are assuming that these are the apps like Facebook, Instagram, and normal apps. They does not mean that any photo sharing app like the feature that we are working on. They just simply means Facebook, Instagram, and these kind of apps. So their answer is yes, they have used these apps, and yes, they have find difficulties while using these kind of apps. Now this was once again an important question. Would you be interested in a feature that allows you to share photos? And 52 people have said yes. 1 people have said maybe, which may be 50-50. So I will include about 10 people have said it yes. So 62 people have said it yes. So it is again a good answer, and only 12% have said it no. How often do you share photos? 36 daily. Yes, this question. What platform do you currently use if you want to share your photos? I use the app where I'm chatting. So mostly the person I have asked from the people that are using dating apps. So they have clicked on this answer 35. I use the app where I'm chatting, and they do not share any account like WhatsApp. They can use the screenshot prevention feature of WhatsApp or Snapchat, where they just have to click a snap and share. 14 people have said it WhatsApp and 15 people have Snapchat, and I'm not sure why they have selected Instagram or Facebook to share photos privately on these platforms, as they do not have such kind of feature. So survey do not get you a 100% accurate response, but you get a lot of good idea, at least in free. So here privacy is important for them. 4.49% people have said it. And here random stranger, they just share photos on random dating apps. And how do you feel? This is once again 4.55. They are uncomfortable sharing photos with strangers. How important is it for you to control who can see your photos? It's important for everyone. Some people have said it to one, and most of the people have answered this. What do you share with most with strangers? 60 people have said it photo. Alright. Now these are the questions that some people have answered it, some people have just randomly pasted anything, some people have just pasted any. I will show you in an Excel sheet that what people have said. And here I got 76 responses, and some people have just left it empty. And these are my last 3 responses that I received. To get all of this, I will just simply open in Excel. I will click on this. I have already opened it, and let me show you. I have already opened this one. I will hide these emails, and these are all the responses that I have received. There is some filter. I was just playing with this. I will click on it, and now it is 86. So one is of this, of course, this row. So 85 responses. I have got 85 responses. Okay. And here are all the responses. Okay, so here is all the data that you can see. All right, and if I just move further, yeah, here you can see I am a private person, so I have always felt the need to share photos without exposing other details. Love the convenience of WhatsApp, but hate that screenshot can be taken. Here, as you can see, no, I never felt the need for such a feature. It would be better. Where is that? And here, as you can see, and these answers, once I felt Pinterest is great for information and I'm not sure what is going on here. I never share with someone that I don't trust. Okay, he is not sharing. Yes, no, not used any, just use this app for chat. I double check the recipient before sending any food. This is of answer of first question, this is of second, and this is of third. Question is written here. Okay, and yes, on India, and I don't remember app name. Okay, I like Google Photos. I think he misunderstood this question. I like Google Photos. Okay, I bring them on Confide. Okay, on Confide. Yes, he felt the need and he used this app, and I used K of 5 seconds. Okay, on Omegle. And as you can see, these are all the responses, and some people have just simply put it random NA, and these are all the questions and answers. Now in our case, these were 85 questions. Okay, and here is already a good summary of each question, and I think we do not need to create this kind of summary again. But I think for such important questions like this one, and would this one, and about payment one, like this one question, I think we need to create some graph in our Excel so that our data remains in a single sheet. This is our all data. I will show you later. This is that I have created spending lot of time there. Because from this survey, we do not just get a quantitative data, but a qualitative data also. A quantitative data is very easy to handle, and you can easily create some graphs and any type of visuals, but qualitative data is a lot harder to handle. Here, suppose you want to create some graph like this one here in your Excel. How would you create these? I have created this sheet, our user here, and this is mostly related to our surveys, but I have created all of this with my other research data also. Okay, so these are the ones that I have been playing with, and I have created there 2 questions like what our user groups are, what app combination they mostly use, and what is the result. 85% are these person that are using other dating apps plus social media platform. Here I will also add upon social. So here one question that I just wanted to show you that how we can create these kind of things. So if you are doing research and you have to analyze all of this, how would you do this? From this, do they need it? It was from a question like, do they need from a question like, do they need our service? From this, if I click here, 85, I said 72% as yes. This was my first question. Without your sharing photos, I took this question 72 people have yes and other have no. I could take this question like 52 and 21, but these are kind of the same response as I have already explained that this was quite a question that was confusing for them, so I could not rely on that. But here we get 73 and here are 72, so this does not make any difference. The one more question that I need to analyze is, will they pay? Will they pay? Yes, pay. Okay, here I will have two options, yes and no. One way is to just simply write how many people have said yes and how many total question are, and you can just calculate the percentage. But a little more advanced way is that you just simply go to countif is equal to countif and the range from where we want the answer that people have said it yes. I will go to survey, and where is our that question? Would you be interested? I'm sorry, I will just have to receive my question. To feature, no. How often? No. I want to analyze this question. Yes, would you be willing to pay? This one. I will again come here is equal to countif. I will just simply go to my survey. Would you be willing to pay this one? I will select this range, survey HH column. You will select the range from which you want the answer. The next is criteria. What you want to filter? I want to filter yes. 28 people have said it yes, and there was another option maybe, and I will control C. Now I have to get the total number, so I will just simply press here divide, and again countif. We will deal sum if there are any quantities like 1 to 3, but here are text that we have to match from a range. So once again, a range is survey. Where is that? This one, H and criteria, and here I will just put static. Here static means that it will count anything. If there is any character, it will count it. Now here are about 86 rows, so it will count it as 86. I will add -1 to it. -1 is because it is counting that row because there is text. I just want this here at 85, so I have just -1 this row. I'm sure it is not confusing for you at this point, at least not confusing if you have used Excel before. I will just simply click percent right here in home and percent. So this is your percentage. Here one thing to note is that if you want to analyze the research in an advanced way, you should know the Excel. The Excel is the key thing here. Here I will say Control C and Control V, sorry, and hit enter, and percentage. One way is click this, or another way is to format paint and this, and here I want to compare no. Now here one thing to keep in mind, here by just clicking on this no, here is one more way that I can do this. In my criteria, I will simply click here, and where is my this, and I just click on the cell that I want to match. I want J2 to be matched, and just press enter. The same answer, right? Now if there is a lot of data, and if I simply drag it, like drag it down, then you see 0%. Why? It would have taken J3, J4. I do not want that. I just want that stick to this no. So I will just come here and function F4. I will just simply put F4, and now it has dollarized it. Okay, so now if I drag it, it will give me 35. So this was just a thing that you should know, and I will simply copy it and paste it, and J2, and this is our K2, so I will press K2 -1 and this one, and format paint this one. This is also a percentage. All right, and here the we have got the most in no. So we will just click this and fill it with yellow. Just click this, merge and center, and just click all of this. Apply a border. I will apply a border of normal border. This one, sorry, I don't know what is happening. I will just click all border, and here I will center all the text. Alright. Now what if you want to create a chart like this? You will just here come insert, here you can create this kind of, or also this bar graph, but I would go with this with 2D because this is not really a complex. And sorry, just move it here. Now you see this orange type much larger than others too. Okay, you can change the color of these. How? You will just click on this format. All right, and here on this, and from here you can change the color. Like if I want to change the color of this one, like this, here fill, and here where is the yellow one? This one. Okay, and I will apply the same yellow over here. All right. Maybe this is looking a little bit weird, but the reason is because these are the cells that is disturbing our eyes and distracting our eyes. I will apply white color over there. Alright, and we can come here, Control B to bold them, and maybe we can apply some good color here and a border. Now here one thing to note, that if I click here and if I double click it, this just stays there. But if I single click, like if I am here and I single click, after clicking one time, this is gone. So if you are taking format of anything, you just have to double click and it will just stay there until you press escape. I know I'm telling a lot in this single video, and this video is going to be much longer because there is a lot that we are going to learn. I have created this data, but before showing you all this and making you more confused, I will just create a new sheet and I will explain you there. So we have done a lot of research at this point, and just getting the research is not enough. Whenever we are doing research, we are doing a little thing. We just have to make sure that we are writing these all of things. And I have been writing all of the stuff that I have been doing so far. Now if you following my video, you might know that our research was basically 3 parts. The first one, that we secondary research, like on a web, on GPT and on different things. This was our secondary research. Then we interview 1 pupil and later 2 people also. So we interview 3 people and later we conducted survey. So we can divide our research into like different segment. Secondary. Now if you have done research differently, you can implement your own method. You will analyze it in your own way, but the main thing is that you should analyze data at the end, that you get the things clearly and you can design your visuals based on the research that you have done. There should be effective results. This really does not matter how you do it. This is on you, this is on your creativity, and I think this is where humans are differentiable with the machines, at least now. And secondary research, I'm sorry I got a little distracted from the topic, but so let's continue. Here secondary research, and the second was our interview, and third we have conducted surveys. Now in this, while you're working on team, you have a lot of members. So here the first column that we mostly add, but in that case that was not necessary. But my purpose was also to show you that how we analyze research is to add 1 column of researcher, like who have performed this research. For my case, for other, maybe this row that we will fill is by John or some other person. So this is and I will just drag it down, Control D to drag it down. And who was the researcher? What was the source of data? Data source. And here website, which website we research. And here is the details of web that we research. You can write it in your own way. Also, since it was more related to social media, so social media, I have added another column. And what we have learned, details of social media. Here I will create trends, competitor analysis, feedback, and technical challenges. Interview, just click Ctrl X, Ctrl V. Now here this social media, I would paste it in website, like if I have research on Facebook, but I thought it would be necessary to just add, it would be better to just add it here. Here I will just put the different site. Now this data, this has took me weeks, days and weeks to just fill out these all data and gather everything that I have done. I have been just making notes that what I am doing, just keep record of everything. Like if you are first started research on ChatGPT-4, so you will write GPT-4 and website GPT-4 here, and that kind of foundation research, the research in which we were just getting aware of the product, that what we are working on, GPT-4, and details of web and what we have learned from there. So if you have seen my video, I was like, it was that we searched on ChatGPT, but mostly data was not latest on that GPT-4. So I will just fill randomly here. I will show you in that sheet that I have already filled with more details and in a more precise way. I will just write here that data was not up to date. Here I'm just showing you that how we will fill this. And social media, I think we first explored Facebook as far I remember, and what are the details of social media, what we have found there, and what are the trends. Like I explored different social media and how people are talking about this. You can put that details here and trends. And if you are watching my video, you might have seen that this is not a trendy topic, and no exact competitor. This should be a detailed info, but I am just writing it short as this video is already getting a lot longer. So just to avoid that things. Main thing is you should get idea. And here no exact competitor, but if you remember in my first research, I found a competitor and that was Confide. And in my technical challenges, I will write that we did not find a technical challenge before in that research, but I found it later. So you will just write here that there was a technical challenge that we found that a dedicated app is necessary to build that kind of feature. Alright, now if that is done, then I will simply merge all of this, merge in center, and same in the interview. We will like researcher, as I have already communicated it multiple times, and I do not think that I have to mention it again and again. There are multiple teams and multiple researchers, but in that case I am the only one that doing all of these things. Interview, researcher, interview name, interviewer or name of the interviewer, name of the person that is interviewing, name of the person that is getting interviewed, his age, and and all the things like that. And in survey, age, let me copy all of these things from that sheet. I will just come back after a cut. I have pasted all of these columns from there. I will simply click there and put wrap text, and so in this way you can see it in a better way. So researcher, participant name, gender, what is his gender, age, occupation. This is the data of that interview person. Country and main communication apps that he used and other apps that he have used. Main communication, like there are WhatsApp or apps like this, and what other apps, and what he feels while sharing what is his sharing discomfort, and what he used more, app or website, and his sign up preferences, whether he used Gmail or phone number, payment for service, what he do for payment, like, and this column is for research for our survey. So I will copy this and copy right here in the first and delete it here. I should have cut it. Sorry, just come here and where is our interviewer, merge and survey. There was a shortcut, I think shift control and E, shift control alt and E. No, sorry, I will just have to use a traditional method, merge and center, and for survey just simply do this. And these are all the questions that I have asked, that I have gathered. Now the data that we were analyzing was a quantitative data. Here in this sheet I have gathered qualitative data, and that is a little bit difficult. So here I have created all the summary that people answered. I just gathered out perfect answers, and since the data was not a lot, so I just created some assumptions also. I will be to be honest with you. So I also created little bit assumptions in some cases also. But I think that is perfectly fine in my case. So this is the user behavior. So this is the survey methodology platform which I use, total respondents, survey theme, key questions. What were the important questions? I listed some important questions and what was their question type, what was the user behavior and preferences, and what are the suggestions. Now let me show you that sheet. Come there, and here I just copied from that, and here this is the same sheet: secondary research, interviews and surveys. Now I think it is a little bit easier for you to understand it. At first I think you just would have been confused, you just would be confused by seeing all of this data at a single sheet. So I thought it necessary to first make you familiar with this sheet structure. So this is the researcher, and this is the foundation research that we performed. This was a stage where we were just understanding our product. This is the website, and as you can study all of this. And first we analyzed this Facebook, and what we analyzed here: trends and insights, feedback. And here I have just merged all of these columns here, as there was not a lot of detail here about the feedback. So I just overall combined all of these research and created one single feedback. Now in technical challenge, I think I would also do this. I will just simply write there and merge and send. I will click it again and just click it there. And now I think it is good. Here if I just click down Google Trends, I analyze Google Trends, photo share, screenshot prevention. I have been doing all of these things. Demand for photo sharing, not a mainstream, it was not a highlight. And Uber suggest SEO tool to identify popularity and competition. Twitter, explore Twitter for that. And Snapchat photos can only be disappear when sent directly from the camera like a snap. I think you are already familiar if you have been using the Snapchat. There is no feature in Snapchat as far as I researched, like where you share your photo and other person cannot take screenshot. Now answer the public. Here I added one more: provides common question. Now here it was not necessary, but I just wanted to show that to you. It is not helpful for client that I send him this detail because he is not interested in what this platform does. I just wanted to show this to you. So I think you should read all of this. Alright. Exploding topic. This is tools to discover trending topics before they become mainstream. BuzzSumo and Hotsuite. These are the tools where I did not get a lot of data, so I have just put these empty. So here I have just created this. So an important thing is feedback and comment. User concerned about ads. Our product offers a simplified photo sharing process plus no exact competitors, as topic is very specific. And the website alone cannot implement screenshot prevention. Apps provide greater control and can prevent better screenshot. The decision to build an app was taken after discussing the technical challenges with the client. So this was the end of this secondary research. I hope you have read it down, and I will share it with you after some time, after the product is launched and after all of these things. And this is the interview that I have taken, and I have this David, Emily and Olivia. These are not the real names. These are the names that I just created from my side because I could not use their real name to show you the research. And yes, they were the female and one was male, and 27, 21, other things are just real. Which country they are, and Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook. This is their main communication apps. Canada, and she uses Slack, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Instagram and Teams, and she uses Snapchat, Instagram and TikTok as their main social media platform. She does not use any other thing. So she is from Australia. Other apps they have used like this, like Tinder, and she have not used any other dating app. Sharing discomfort, sometimes especially with strangers, and sometimes in professional settings. She use app or web both, and she use apps for quicker access. She is mostly using apps. So I think she is our main user, one of our main user, and she would just prefer ads. This was our interview data. The last thing, and that maybe she can pay it, and he also pay us if It ensures security and privacy. I have just concluded from both of these after taking interview. At this case, no, she simply said that I would not be able to pay it. And in fact, from this case, I also think that he was not willing to pay. But if it is too good, as for his response, it was also a no. Like 95% said that he would not pay. But he may be if he is using it much, and he also said that he knows his friends, that some of his friends may pay it. So I just tried maybe. I think you would not mind that. Here are our surveys, and that is our I think most important, as we got positive response from there. This is researcher name, methodology, we use Microsoft Forms, platform used, we use Microsoft Forms, total respondents, there were 80 respondents. What was the survey theme? It was our photo sharing app, and here is our researcher, and that is no other but me. I will simply merge it here, merge in center, only the first cell will retain. And what is survey methodology? Survey methodology is Microsoft Forms. What platform they have used? They have used Microsoft Forms. Total respondents 82, sorry, no, these are 85. I was just preparing it before. 3 other person also responded to it, so it was 82. Survey theme, it was a photo sharing app. Here, key question. Now this is an important thing here. In this case, I have just separated the important questions, as I have already told you, and write the user behavior in each case. Like here I will just explain a little bit. Have you ever felt need to share photos with sharing your personal accounts? It was a single choice question, and when an online platform user require an app where they want to share photos anonymously. These are kind of sensitive photos. So their response was yes, and here I assumed that from these responses. Here in my second question, mostly use free option, and it is that would you be willing to pay, and mostly people said no, so I just tried mostly user would prefer free. So I just suggested that free plus ad subscription, either make it free with ads and or add also a subscription, so a user that can pay can also subscribe and they will not see the ads. Good to go mean that that is already good. We do not need any changes on our product. We will just proceed what we have thought in our mind and for what we have done the research. Here in that case, most people are sure that they need it. Some people are a little confused. I would consider 50% of them will use it. Now my next question is that would you be interested in a feature that allow you to share your photos with by link without revealing your identity? And here I also have written the answer, like how many people have said it yes, 49 yes, 12 no, and 21 maybe. I think these are 52 because 3 people later answered it and I did not update it. But that's they answered it yes, so the percentage remains same. Mostly people are sure that they need it, some people are confused. 70. Now here note that I have written it 70% here, and here I have just for the same question I written 85. This was a quantitative analysis and it was on question 1. Like if I show you, sorry, if I come here and I asked this question, like have you ever felt the need of sharing, and there is another question and this question here. In my qualitative analysis I just took this question and create analysis that 70% of them will use it. I just grab this data and combine this maybe and this no and yes and created this 70%. Said that 70% of them will use it, if not 85%. This is also good. Also next question, what platform do you currently use? Here I have also written that how many people have answered what. I could also automate it by formulating all of these quantities by formulas, but since our data is not too much and is not too much dynamic that it will keep changing, so I have just manually written everything here. And here I have just written a see that while tagging their friends or strangers, mostly they share photos just where they are talking, but in some cases they share external accounts. That's their pain point that our app resolves, and that is also a good to go. Here in next question, if you felt the need to share photos without sharing any other ID, can you describe a situation where this was the case? And some people, 35% left the response empty, 7% responded with N. and 41 people have answered it. As I have already talked to you before, there were different situations like online dating apps, Reddit communities, and other people like Instagram, Facebook, etc., where some users have to share photos and they require to share photo without revealing their ID. This was the same thing that I have been telling you. What measures do you take to ensure your privacy when sharing photos online? 40% provided answer and 36 empty and 7 just NA. Most of people don't find any platform where they send it. So they just send their photos, even they do not want it. Some people might use WhatsApp or Snapchat. I have written this analysis by reading all the answers that users have given. Alright, now here have you ever encountered any difficulties, and I have also added a comment technically wrong as users got confused, so I have not just written anything before that. And here about their sharing with strangers, mostly users are uncomfortable, and they should be uncomfortable. Also, they are careful who can see them. These are all the analysis of the questions that I asked. People have mentioned websites like websites, Snapchat, Grindr, Blue, and etc., but they have challenged to share dedicated account for that, paid and not secure like Slack, etc. Here the last question is, what did you like and dislike about the photo sharing apps you have used? 41% people answered, 35 just left empty and other NA. Here answered that people have mentioned websites like WhatsApp, Snapchat, Grindr, Blue, but they have challenges to share dedicated account for that and they are paid. So this is also a good point for our service. So this was all the analysis that I have made. This analysis that I have made at the feedback and comment and technical challenges, this is all our qualitative analysis. Here this is quantitative analysis. So you might have understood at this point that quantitative analysis is a lot easier and it takes less time, but qualitative data is a lot difficult. So this is a summary that I have created here. Like these are heavy users and these are social media users, highly active, top personalities and non-active people. Top personalities mean the persons who are like famous and they might also want to share their photos securely, so they can definitely use so this might also be the use case our app. So now in the next video we will create a user persona out of all this data. I will see you there. Just if you are wondering what these sheets are doing here, I have not filled this with reference. This is the reference from where I have picked all the data, and this is for readme to guide the person who is unaware of all these things, to guide how the data is structured and explained. I think some of information would be there that you are not aware of it. I hope if you have watched this full video, you might have learned something new from that. If you have done, please like this video and share it with your friends. This will really help motivate me to publish more videos like this. I will see you in my next video where I will create user personas in Figma. Thank you very much and bye bye.